Alright guys, my name is Nick Jones. I am the Costa Rep for Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois, and I'm here at Thorne Bros. To give you guys a brief rundown on the selection of Costas we have here. So the first thing I want to touch on is the fit, like what goes into finding the perfect pair of sunglasses for you. And the most important thing is fit. Now if you go on Thorne Bros website or the Costa website, you guys will see that each of the different glasses have a different fit designation. But it's kind of hard to go simply based off that. Best case scenario, you can come into the store here to physically try them on, but you'll notice that they have different size designations like XL, large, medium. Those are more based off the physical size of the lens, and like I'll show you, for example, the Diego here has got a larger lens, and this is classified as an extra large frame. I know plenty of people who have small faces and this fits them perfectly. So best case scenario, you can come into the store to try them on. Don't solely rely on the fit that they say they have. So that would be my first point of advice. So next, the frames themselves, these are all made out of a bioresin from castor oil. So there's no petroleum products made in them. They're all very lightweight compared to what they used to be in the past, so they're all super performance driven, so you can't go wrong with really any frame across the board. Again, it's more based off of fit itself. Now, fit aside, we've got two different options for lenses. We have 580p, which is polycarbonate, and 580, which is glass. So the main difference between the two is one is optical glass and the other is polycarbonate, soft plastic. So they both have their advantages. Polycarbonate is going to be a little bit lighter and impact resistant. Glass is going to be, on the whole, just a little bit heavier, but you're going to get much better optical quality out of it. So it kind of depends on what you want out of your pair of sunglasses. One important thing to note about all of the lenses is that they're encapsulated. So all of the polarizing filter and the mirrors we use are encapsulated between two layers of the lens material. So this is glass, for example, so there's a sheet of glass on the outside, polarizing filter, mirror filter, and then a sheet of glass on the inside. So all of those filters are protected not only from the elements, but from things like scratches, for example. Now between these two lenses, I highly recommend glass, as it's a superior material, not just because of the optical quality, but just for longevity. For example, I'm going to show you guys on my personal pair. So I wear the Lido, and I only wear glass lenses. It's extremely important to me, as when I'm guiding on my flat skiff, I need to have the best optical quality possible for sight fishing when I'm out there. So one of the biggest things I love about glass is that I can be extremely hard on these. So I'm going to take this key here, it's got a nice sharp edge, and I can drag this over my lens and push this as hard as I want in there, and I'm not going to scratch or ruin these. You'd have to have something harder than glass in order to scratch this. So the benefit to that is, as a fly fishing guide, I can just throw these in my boat bag, I can throw them over my collar. They can get beat up, and so long as they don't take a hard smash directly on the concrete, these are going to last you your lifetime. They don't delaminate. This is the pinnacle as far as quality is concerned. So that's one thing to take in consideration when you're looking at the different lenses. Now, of all of those different lenses, we have a few different colors, and I've picked out 4 to highlight here. So the first of those I want to highlight is the blue mirror lens. This is going to be the darkest of all the ones that we offer, so it lets in the least amount of light, and this is more ideal for guys doing fishing up here on big lakes where you're getting the most possible glare, and maybe sight fishing isn't everything that you do. This is going to give you the most protection. Especially in the wintertime during ice season, this is our most popular go-to. Moving on down the line, we have our green mirror, which is gonna have a lot punchier contrast. So think for sight fishing guys, these are gonna be more popular, as it is gonna give you a little bit more definition as far as noticing things in the water. They're all polarized, so you're gonna cut the glare off the water no matter what, but these are going to give you that little extra punch of contrast with the copper base lens. That's going to make it a little bit easier to see fish in the water. Moving on down the line, we have our brand new gold mirror lens, which has a rose base to it. This is personally what I use. It lets in a little bit more light than the green mirror. So think like variable conditions, maybe it's overcast or you're fishing earlier in the morning or into the evening. This is gonna get a little bit more of that available light to your eye, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to see. I prefer these out of this whole lineup, but again, this is subjective, so you have to find what's right for you. Last but certainly not least, this is one of the cornerstones of the Costa lineup. This is our Sunrise Silver. This is one of our most popular lens for the core fishing community. These let in the most amount of light. They let in double what the blue mirror does. So think of this as more of a specialty lens for that early morning and late evening fishing. You get more of that available light to your eye, and they truly do unlock water in those bookends of the day. I've never gone out on my boat without a pair of these with me, as they are instrumental, especially in overcast conditions. It's not super relevant for up here in Minnesota, but when I do a lot of flats fishing for bonefish, for example, when it gets cloudy, it's impossible to see. And these truly do unlock water. So think up north here, like fishing for smallmouth on flats or on beds. These are really, really crucial in those early morning and later hours of the day. We've got all of these styles here. We've got all these lens combination. You guys come on in, try them out. You cannot go wrong. They are at the pinnacle of quality for eyewear.